right, Jimmy. Tell me,
All right. What I do, I start out the first year, I do Friends of Santa's. And it's a group where the kids, kids that have cancer, and they have a camp down at Camp Tonawanda called Camp Maritimes. Well, the first time they come was 15 years ago to come down and do a barbecue. I gave them a price for doing that barbecue, and I didn't know what Friends of Santa's was all about or anything. And I got down there and saw what it was. And I didn't say a word to anybody, to my help or anything like that. So when it was over with, I wrote them out a bill paid in full, under the condition you invite me back every summer to feed those kids. And we feed close to 250, counting the counselors and everything. Each kid that has cancer has a counselor that looks after them, watch them, takes care of them. They had 80 kids this year, so you've got 80 counselors, that's 160. Plus you've got the people from Friends of Santa's and all the kitchen help and everything like that. And they look forward to my truck rolling on Saturday evening, because this way here, the kitchen help, they get a break where they don't have to do everything.
right.
And like I said, my twin brother, he passed away at 24 with cancer, so
Means something to you.
Those kids are very dear to my heart. Next thing I do is I'll be doing tomorrow their division, the Henderson County Sheriff's Department. Now, I started out several years ago by they have an essay for all the schools. And the essay winner for that school, I'll do either barbecue or hot dog, hamburger supper or whatever for the winner for the whole 5th grade. And so I'll do that tomorrow. And as I go through, and there's several things I do for people that, my most enjoyable things I do are when I do things and nobody knows who does them. Back over 20 years ago, I started a Halloween party for the physically and mentally challenged. And I did it every other year because I paid for everything out of my pocket. Anything I do, I never go around and get donation or anything like that. People would come in the newsstand and say, here's X numbers of dollars, use that, and I hand it back to them. I say, no, everything I do comes out of my pocket. And so because I'd have music, I'd have food, I'd give away prizes and all for that Halloween party. And like I said, it was so expensive and I could only do it every other year. Well, one year I was doing it, and one of the kids came up on the platform out in the back of my place of business. And that's where I had it, out there in the back of my place of business back there. And I got part of the city parking lot blocked off and that there. And he came up to me and said, Mr. Freeman, can we do this again next year? And I can't tell a kid no. And so we started doing it from then on out every year. Then later on, the Civic Tank Club, which is involved with children like that, the physically and mentally challenged, they came in to help me. When they first showed up, they said, we can go here and get this, we can go there and get that. And I said, no. If you need anything, go get it, and I'll write you a check for it. I pay for everything. It's not, I don't have anybody else involved in what I do. And they said, all right. So they came and worked with me for about 2 years. And so I turned it over to them with a condition, that they ran it like I saw fit, or I'd take it back away from them. And then when I turned it over to them, they named it the Jimmy Freeman Halloween Party.
Where do you see yourself, in the next few years? What would you want to keep doing your catering business and, stay in Henderson County, all that kind of, is that what you want to do?
My life consists of, I get up in the morning, I get up any time after 5 o'clock. I go downtown like I've always done all these years. I either sit behind my desk and mess around on the computer, or I get things ready for a catering event. And then when it comes, 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I lock it up and go home.